is a true performance. And we're delighted actually that he's doing an extra verse, is it about 4 lines?
Extra 4 lines.
Extra 4 lines. It was actually written. Usually people don't perform it or put it in or do the Tam O Shanter, so you probably won't even notice. But I'll let Bob do the introduction to Tam O Shanter, because he's researched this a hell of a lot more than me. Mr. Green.
Well folks, there's the English people. I'm going to give you a brief synopsis of this before we start. Right? The story of Tam O Shanter is that Tam O Shanter liked a bevy. He liked shagging. He went out and got drunk and went home and seen a good looking witch dancing about a churchyard, jumped in his horse and ran away from it, and it never caught him, but it pulled its tail off. That was it. That's the story of Tam O Shanter. So, Tam O Shanter. Tam O Shanter came about because Robert Burns, as Eric said, in his wonderful immortal memory, and has been touched on by other speakers tonight, Robert Burns was a gatherer of stories and a gatherer of songs. And Robert Burns, he was friends with a guy called Captain Grouse. And Captain Grouse was the guy that painted churches and castles in Scotland. And he asked Captain Grouse to paint all Kirkalloway. And Captain Grouse said, well, I'll only paint it if you write a story to go with it. And he actually wrote 3 stories, and what Burns said at the time was, 2 of them are true, and 1 might be true. But it was published in 1790 as the story to accompany the old Kirkalloway. But in 1791, it's converted into a poem called Tam O Shanter. And I'm going to try and do it justice tonight. The folk are standing up, you'll get a bit bored with this because it is quite long. And I'll try and act to it. So I'm only ever going to do this once in my life, so as well doing it right, that's what I'm So, you'll get the full works, the full Mr. Green works tonight. So, for those that haven't heard it before, this is Tam O Shanter, a cautionary tale.
What's that? Aye.
Ye market night. Chapping and billies leave the streets. And truthy neighbours neat. As market days are wearing late and fight began to tack the gate. As we sit boozing, at and happy, getting food and anchor happy. We think no the long Scotch miles, the mosses, plotters, slaps and stills that lie between us and our hame, where sits our sulky, sullen dame. Down a bruise like hair and store, nothing a rat to keep it warm. This truth, fun known as Tam O Shanter, see for ear you nicked can, all dare but never a tune surpass. For honest men, bonny lasses. Oh Tam, but she but Beansy wife, to take thy ain wife Kate's advice. She told the well be with a skellum, a blaring, blustering, drunken blarum, who fae November to October. Ye market day you wasna sober, that ill Carmelda wi' the miller, ye sat as lang as ye would filler. That every naig with cadder shown, the smith and thee get roaring fuon. And the Lord who's evening a Sunday, ye drank with Captain Gentleman, and she prophesied that later soon ye would be fun deep drooned and doon, a catch with wallops in the muck. By Alois, old haunted kirk. Ah, gentle dames, it gas me greet, to think how many counsel sweet, how many length and sage advices the husband to the wife despises. But, to our tale, ye market net, Tam get planted, uncorrect, fast by an ingle, bleeding finely, where Reeman swat, that drank divinely, and by his elbow, Tam wooed him like a movie. For weeks together. The night drove on with songs and clatter and eye. The ale was growing better. The landlady and Tam grew gracious with secret favours, sweet and precious. The shooter shelt his queer stories. The landlord's laugh with ready chorus. The storm without. McRae and Russell. Tam. He didn't mind the storm or Russell. Care. Mad to see a man so happy. He'd drowned himself among the nappy. His bees fly home with loads of treasure. The moments swinged their way with pleasure. Kings may be blessed, but Tam was glorious. With all the ills of life, victorious. But pleasures are like poppy spread. You seize the flower, its bloom is shed. I like the snow falls in the river, a moment white, then melts forever. I like the borealis race that flits, here you can point its place. I like the rainbow's lovely form, vanishing amid the storm. No man can tether time nor tide. That hour approaches, Tam one ride. That hour o' Nick black arch the keystone. That dreary Nick to mounts his beast in, and sick a Nick to tap the road in is ne'er poor sinner with a brood in. The wind it blew, this was blown at last. The rattling shiver rose in the blast. The speedy gleams the darkness flowed. Loud, deep and lang, the thunder bellowed. That night, a child might understand. The deal had business on his hands. He mounted on his grey mare Meg, a better, never lifted leg. Tam's scalp own, recovered mire, despising wind and rain and fire. How hot and fast his gig blue bonnet, while crooning her an old Scotch sonnet. How glowering round the trees near let bogles catch him unaware. Kirkalloway was drawn nigh, with geese and bullets neckly cry. By this time, he was by the ford, wherein the snow of the Chapman smored, and past the bucks in Meikle Stain, where drunken Charlie Braxton out bane, and through the winds up by the cairn, where hunters find that murdered bairn. And near the thorn of Bishop Well, where mongers were at yourself. Before him doomed, poured all his flight. The Dublin storm rolled through the wind, the lightning flashed from pole to pole, near and more near the thunder roll. And glimmering through the groaning trees, Kirkalloway seemed in a place. Through Alcaboa, the beams were glancing, and loud resounded mirth and dancing, inspiring bold John Barleycorn. What danger thou can make us scorn. We tip an A. We fear the evil. We uska be. We face the devil. The slats they reamed. In Tammy's noddle. Fair play, he cared nae deezer boddle. It's Maggie. Like Stina astonished. Until with a hand. And he like modest. She ventured forward on the lift. And wow. Tam saw an uncas sight. Warlocks and witches. In a dance, they cotillon bring UK France, but hornpipes, jigs, sprays and reels, put life and metal in their heels. One at bunker in the east, their sat old Nick, in shape of beast, a towsy tight, black, grim and large, to give the music with his charge. He screed the pipes, and gant them skill, till roof and rafters, the dirl, the coffin stood round like open presses, and showed the deed. And their last dresses, whereby some devilish cantricks light, each in its cold hand, held a light, by which heroic Tam was able to note upon the holy table a murder of banes, with gibbet aims, twas span lang we unchristened bairns, a thief, you cut it for a rape, with his last guard with guarded gate. 5 tomahawks with blood, with whiskey, 5 scimitars, and murder crosses, a garter, a babe had strangled, a knife, a feather throat had mangled, who his own son alive buried, the grey hair yet stuck to the heft. 3 lawyers' tongues turned inside out, where lies seemed like a beggar's foot. 3 priests' hearts, rotten, black as muck, like violence stinking in every nook, and mair a horrible than other, even to name, would be unlawful. Tam Lord, amazed and curious, the mirth and fun grew fast and furious. The pipe was loud and louder blew, the dance was quick and quicker flew. The reel descent across the clicket, till Ilka Kaelin, swat and reeked, she kissed her duddies to the lack, and linked it at it in her sack. Oh, Tam! Oh, Tam had they been queens all plump and snapping in their teens. Their sarts instead of Creasy Flannan been Snow White 1711. These breeks are mine, my only pair, that once were plush, a good blue hair, I would have gied them half my hardies. But ye blink those bony birdies. But what the beldams, old and droll, ragwitty hags, with speen a foe, all open and flinging on a crummock. It's a wonder didn't he turn his stomach. But Tam, ye ken what was what fu brawly. There was ye wensome wench and Wally that nicht enlisted in the corps, lang after Kent and Carrick shore. For mony's a beastie deed she shot, and perished, mony a bonny boat, and shoot both meikle common beer and left the countryside in fear. Her cutty circle paisley ham, the tatter lassie she had worn, and longitude though, sorely scanty, it was her best and she would vanty. Aye, little Kent, her reverend granny, when that start she called for her wee nanny, with 2 pund Scots was our riches, with air to grace, a dance of winches. But, hear my news, her wings one cour, sick flicks are far beyond her power. To sing how Nanny lap and flang, a stuttle jabe she wasn't strang, and how Tam stood, like one bewitched, and thought it very enriched. Even Satan glowered and fig through fame, and oaked and blue with mitt and mane. At first she gave her sign and her, Tam didn't reason all the girl, and cries out, "Well done, Cutty Stark!" And in an instant, all was dark, and scarcely had he went out the hellish legion side. As bees was out with angry fight, when plundering heard a sailor bike. As open pussy's mortal foes, when pop, she starts before their nose. As eager runs the market crowd, when cash the theft resounds aloud. So Maggie runs, the witches follow, with moaning and eldritch shriek and hollow. Oh Tam, they'll get thy firm, and hell they'll roast you like a hern. In vain thy Kate awaits thy coming, Kate's sin will be a woeful woman. So, do thy speedy utmost, Meg. And when the teeth came over the bridge, and there at them thy tail may toss, I'll run and stream the yearly cross. But ere the keystone she could make, the faint a tail she had to shake, 'twas Nanny far before the rest, hard upon noble Maggie pressed, and flew at Tam the furious settle. But little was she Maggie's metal. Ye sprang, broke off her master heel, but left behind her angry tail. The Cairling caught her by the rump, and left poor Maggie. Now, all this tale of truth shall read. Out man, another son take heed, and that to drink. They are inclined to our cutty sarks. Run through your mind. Remember, you may buy the joys of our dear. Remember, Tam O Shanter's near.
Well